Welcome to Inside Builder channel, open source enthusiasts and my dear friends. Bridging WhatsApp and Mattermost servers. Prerequisites. A Ubuntu machine on which you must already have the Mattermost server installed. You also need to have the latest version of Go. We need to build the matterbridge binary that we can use it with for this WhatsApp bridging. I'll be telling you how to do that. I'll be showing you the requisite repositories also. We need to have a dedicated WhatsApp number. I'll be explaining to you why it is necessary. And we need to have a dedicated Mattermost user for this bridging. And then we need to have a bridge config file. Before I go into the discussion of installing the bridge, creating the config file, etc., I would like you guys to take a look at this particular diagram. If you see here, the bridging, the matterbridge idea is shown here. If you see here on the left side, we have WhatsApp number, which is inside a test group. Okay, so this test group can be any name. So I've just given it as a name as test group. You can actually change it to any name you want. And then on the right side, we have a channel inside the Mattermost called as testing bridge. Inside the channel, we have a dedicated Mattermost user. So this particular user is inside this particular channel as an admin. On the left side, inside the test group, inside the WhatsApp application, we have the WhatsApp number, the dedicated WhatsApp number that I spoke about inside this group. So what happens basically is, just imagine any of the WhatsApp groups. So there will be multiple people, and you will be talking a lot of things with your with those people together, right? All those people's message will be relayed through this particular WhatsApp number, and it will be relayed to this particular channel using this WhatsApp number. So whether it is WhatsApp number 1, number 2, number 3, whomever it is. So number 1 can be with friend 1, friend 2, friend 3, and all these messages from friend 1, friend 2, friend 3 will be sent through this WhatsApp number. I'll be showing you an example so that you will understand what's going on, because understanding this aspect of bridging is very, very important. Same way in the Mattermost server, so there will be multiple users like demo user 1, demo user 2, demo user 3, or whatever the user names are. All these users' messages that is discussed inside this testing bridge channel will be relayed through this Mattermost user to the WhatsApp group. Now, this might sound a little bit difficult to understand, but this is very similar to how the NAT works in IP. So if you guys are from the networking background, so there is a concept called as NAT bridging, and in that a single IP address is referenced by multiple systems inside the LAN. WhatsApp bridging works exactly in the same way. So same multiple numbers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or how many ever number, all these numbers are, the messages from all these numbers are funneled to this particular number to the channel. And the same way, all the messages from the user from inside the Mattermost server working in the channel testing bridge is funneled through this particular user to the WhatsApp group. So this might sound more theoretical, so I'll be explaining to you what happens in the reality in a moment. So let us do that. Here we have a WhatsApp group. The What Matter Demo is the group name, and inside the group I have two numbers. One is the phone number that I am using it for the bridging purpose, and another is one of the numbers of a third party who has been invited to this group. The numbers are not visible here, however you can see the messages that are flowing. So let me start the message from the third party. The third party is sending the message, this is, and we see that the message from the third party has been received in this particular group. If we go to the Mattermost server, where the bridging has been already done in this particular channel. So the channel name is testing_bridge, and we can see that the number here is hidden. However, you can see in case when you are going to bridge, you will see the number or the name of the person in this location. But most important point is that you will be able to see the WhatsApp here. And same way, how many ever persons are there in this WhatsApp group, all these persons will be the message to all these persons will be coming through demo user only. So if I send another one message from this third party just for checking, so the same thing will happen. So another message if I'm going to send from there, assuming that this is from a different person. So what will happen is this is coming from another message from third party, and you will see that this another message is getting reflected here. Now to do the opposite, so I'm going to send a message from the Mattermost server to the bridge, and I am registered as new user here. We go in here and I'm going to say this is the message from new user. I am referring to the users directly so that you guys can easily follow what's going on. So now if I go to WhatsApp, you'll see that the WhatsApp group has got the message from Mattermost at new user, and this is the message from the new user. So in this way, assume that if I am going to create one more, let me create an incognito window, and I'm going to log into another user in Mattermost, which is also belongs to this particular test area. And if I'm going to log in through that also, I can do the same thing. So let me move this out. So let me say view in the browser. Since I'm doing in the incognito mode, it is taking a bit of a time, and I am going to log in as let me log in as my own username. So this particular user is me, which is I am doing all the necessary activities here, and you'll see that in the teambot under channels teambot 2, you can see there is testing bridge channels that has been opened, and there is a message called this is a message from new user. This is the message that we sent a couple of minutes back. Now this message is from Kamal. Now this is a different user who has come into this particular channel, right? As you can already see, and this particular channel has multiple users already. So there is new user, there is Prashantji, and there is some other demo user too. This demo user 2 is the dedicated user in this case. In case of the WhatsApp, group, I am not able to show you the dedicated number, but that is the number that you are using personally for creating the WhatsApp bridge. So I'll be showing you some examples of those numbers in a couple of minutes when I'm doing the configuration, but you understood what is going on here. So you see the new user is also coming through Mattermost, and @Kamal is also coming from Mattermost. Both of these messages are coming to the WhatsApp, this particular group, through the dedicated number. So this is one of the important points I want you to understand from this part of the video. Next, what I'm going to do is, let me go back to the presentation, and here is where I'm going to explain to you what we need to do in the configuration file. After explaining to you what is in the configuration file, I'll be explaining you the steps that we need to take in order to get the matterbridge working. So let's dive into this. So the configuration file for the matterbridge is 3 parts. The first part is where we need to give the name of this part, that is WhatsApp part of the bridge. So this is the WhatsApp.myWhatsapp is the starting or one side of the bridge, and we need to provide the number. This is the dedicated number that you need to provide here. And keep one thing in mind, this dedicated number cannot send any messages in the group. So if the demo that you are seeing here is from the dedicated numbers WhatsApp interface. So if I send a message, so this is from the dedicated number. So if I'm going to send this particular message, you see the color did not change. You can see that the color of these messages and this message is the same. So that means the message is coming from the dedicated user only, dedicated number only. And if you go back to the testing bridge, you will see that there is no any message in this bridge. And the same way, if I log into demo user 2 and if I send a message to this channel, that also will not get registered in the bridge. So keep this in mind. So you cannot use the dedicated WhatsApp number as well as the dedicated user for sending the messages in the bridge. This took a couple of minutes, a couple of tries for me to understand. And this is something that I want you guys also to clearly understand, that it only bridges the messages that is coming from each of the groups, and it just kind of takes the data, takes the text messages and funnels it through the WhatsApp numbers or the Mattermost user. So that is how it is being done. Once you practice this, once you see it in action, then you will be understanding it more vividly. But if you are facing challenges in getting the bridge up, or if you're still unable to understand this particular part of it, you can always comment to me. I'll try to help you and try to clarify as best as possible. Next, the number is clear right now, and we need to create a session file. So session file is a way to keep the information of the login process that we do in WhatsApp. So if you don't give this session file, then you have to log in every time you start the bridge. But I would actually prefer that in the testing phase, do not use the session file. Once you are going to go into the production phase, then use the session file, and ensure that the session file is linked with the phone number, because you can have multiple WhatsApp bridge, WhatsApp side bridge, and also the Mattermost server side bridge. I'll be explaining it to you in a couple of minutes. Next part is where we have to configure the Mattermost server. So here the Mattermost server that I'm using is called as mom.reconline.in. 443 is the port number. The name, the team name is teambot2, and the login that I'm using here is mattermost_user, and there will be a password here that you will have to create it. I'll be showing you how to do that in a couple of minutes. And we have the RemoteNickFormat. So that is the nickname that will be used in the remote bridge. So here there is a RemoteNickFormat where the protocol, after that the @nick is coming up. You can see that in action here. So let me go here. You can see the protocol is coming here, and the nickname is present inside this hidden area. Same way, if you go here, the protocol is Mattermost, and this is the user that is coming from the Mattermost. So this is how the particular setup is done for the nickname. Continuing further, we have prefix messages with nick. This is important. We need that to happen, and we need to preserve the threading also. These things are the basics. Now comes an interesting aspect where we are actually going to do the bridging. So we have to start the bridging by using this gateway where we need to give it a name and we need to enable it. If you disable it, then that part of the bridge will get disabled. So as I was telling you, that you can have multiple gateways, where if you are going to create WhatsApp1, WhatsApp2, WhatsApp 3, like this, you can create multiple numbers, and each of these numbers you can actually create separate gateways in a single TOML file. I believe that you are seeing how important this TOML file can be. And as you go progress in understanding the bridging concept, and once you start managing the Mattermost servers and the WhatsApp groups, then you can start imagining interesting ways of using this bridge. Continuing further. So there are two gateways that I have created here, gateway in and out, where I have created gateway in and out for WhatsApp.myWhatsapp with group number 1, and this is group number 2. I'll be showing you how to create these TOML file in a couple of minutes, but here I have taken these group numbers by using a process that I'll be showing in a couple of minutes. Once I have this group number, then finally I need to provide the Mattermost side of the bridge. So that is mattermost.mymattermost, and I'm going to give the channel testing bridge. So this is how you create the TOML file. Now we have already seen how the bridge works, how the toml file has to be created, and what are the prerequisites. What we are going to do next is we have to actually start building the bridge, right? And in order to start building the bridge, you have to first of all get the updated Go binary. If you are new to Linux, or in fact, if you are new to Golang, this might be a kind of a challenge for you guys. But to avoid all these challenges, you can actually visit the Golang website. If you go to the internet, and you can visit the Golang website here, you can go to golang.org, and there you can download the necessary binaries from there. Or the another one place where you can get the references from this particular 42 WAM matterbridge repository. So this particular link I'll be sharing with you guys in the description, so you don't need to worry about it. And once you go to this particular repository, and if you go into the README file gives all the necessary information, not just for WhatsApp and Mattermost bridging, but many other services. I already have one such discussion on bridging Mattermost with Matrix servers. There also I discussed this particular matterbridge repository, and this is another one repository another one video where I am discussing the same repository. So as I was telling, it can work on multiple services. So the idea here is that in order to work with WhatsApp, the matterbridge binary has to be built. So here is the building process that they talk about. I'm going to zoom in a bit so that you guys can see it better. If your Go version is less than 1.18, so you can see this here. If your Go version is 1.18 or below, then it will not work. The Go install will not work. You need to have 1.18 version or more. In order to get that 1.18 version or more, you have to go to Go programming language. You have to go to download. It's go.dev. You have to go to download, and depending on your particular operating system, get the respective installers. In my case, I'm using Linux, so I need to use this Go 1.2.21.3 Linux AMD tar.gz. Once you get this, actually getting and installing this is pretty straightforward, so you don't need to really think twice about this. So there is an installation process that you can source installation instructions. If you click that, or you can go to installation instruction also. So let me go back, sorry about that. Let me click on installation instructions, and you will have the instructions for each of the operating systems. The bridge is better to be on the server, that is the Mattermost server itself. The reason why I'm telling that it should be better on the Mattermost server is that it will be very close to the server, and it can be fast in relaying the messages between the server as well as the bridge. If you're going to have the bridge in your local environment, then there can be a lag. So it's better that you keep it in the server itself. So that is why I'm using the Linux here. Also, as I was already telling, the Mattermost server will be installed in Ubuntu Mission, and which is a Linux flavor. So let me go here. That is why I'm using Linux, and we have to use this command. Whichever existing Go language version is there, that has to be first of all removed, and following that, the new version has to be copied into this user/local folder. Once that is done, we need to add the user local go bin to the path environment. So this is how it is being done, and you might have to visit the .profile file inside your home directory to add this particular command to the .profile file. So once you do this, I can actually show you the .profile file. You can see that I have added this particular snippet at the bottom of the .profile file, where the path is it is showing the user local go bin path. And now if I do go version, I think I will get an error because I shouldn't be using this double hyphens here. If I do a go version, you can see that my go version is 1.21.3. After I am able to do this after I'm able to complete this particular installation, then the next step that we need to do is we are going to install the matterbridge. And when you're going to install, we need to install the correct WhatsApp multi-binary. So if you go to this particular link here, we have to use this particular link. So ensure that you use this particular link for installing. We have to use this particular link, building with WhatsApp for multi-device support. This is what we need to use. Once you use this particular tag, so if you copy this and go back here and start the installation process, do the installation process in the home directory. So in the home directory itself, the new Go directory will be created, and inside the Go directory you will see that two other folders like package and bin will get formed, and from that bin folder we can start working on the setting up the bridge. Now if I do an ls, you'll see there is a Go directory, and if I do an ls on the Go directory, you'll see there is bin and package, and if I do an ls on Go bin, you'll see that there is matterbridge binary. Let me go back to the presentation. We need to arrange a phone number, so ensure that you have a dedicated phone number that you can install WhatsApp and connect to the WhatsApp server through that phone number, because that phone number we need to use it for the bridge. Excuse me. And in parallel, we need to create a dedicated Mattermost user. Inside the Mattermost user, we need to create a channel which we will be using as a bridging from the Mattermost side. We need to create a WhatsApp group, and we have to invite a test user, as I showed you a couple of minutes back in the demo. And then we need to start writing the bridge config file. In case of the phone number, I hope that you guys know how to connect WhatsApp with the phone number and also create a group. That part I am not going to show in this demo. I'll be showing you how to create the dedicated Mattermost user and how you are going to use it in this particular demo. One of the challenges you might face in this particular step is that your server may not be configured to create a new user. If that is the case, I would suggest that request your administrator to create the new user for you. In my case, what I will be doing is I will click on the don't have an account link, and once I click on this don't have an account link, I will be given this particular page. So I can say demo 2. This is one of the name I'm going to give. Sorry, I need to give an email address here. So I can say user.com. You can give any kind of email address here, because this is my own server. I'm not worried about any of these conventions, but in the actual server, this way of mail will not work, so it might actually flag a issue. Next, we have to provide the username, so I'm going to say demo2, and then I need to choose a password. Whatever password I have chosen here, I'm going to keep it as it is, and then I'm going to say create account. And once that is done, I'm going to save it, and here it's asking me to create a team. This is one of the confusing aspects of Mattermost again. So sometimes the team that you already have, you will not be able to join. So you will not be able to join. You might have to invite others to the new team that you are going to create. So I'm going to create a new team called as team bot 3. Keep this in mind. This team is very important. We need to use it in the configuration file. So let us say finish. This will create a new team for this particular user that I have created. So I will say no thanks, I will figure this out. I have a particular new user right now, and I'm already logged in as at demo2. I believe that you guys are aware of how the channels, how the users, messages, etc. works in Mattermost. If not, there are lots of other videos that I've made in this playlist. Do take a look. I'm going to create. I can actually use the off-topic channel itself, or I can actually create a new channel. So I'm going to work with off-topic. I'm not going to create a new channel in this user. So I'm going to configure it on off-topic. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to team settings, and I'm going to check the team name here. The team name matters a lot. What I'm going to do is in this off-topic, I'm going to invite a couple of other users so that I can start using them in the bridge. So let me invite. Okay, so first and foremost, you will see that not many users are coming up. So even the user whom I was trying to, the user Kamal is also not coming up. So what you can do is we can actually just a minute. You can click on add members to this channel. You can go here and you can search for the members. If you say Kamal, you will see that none of the members are coming up, but you can then say invite to the team. And once you say invite to the team, you can see there are lots of users coming out right now. So I'm going to invite a couple of people to the team first. That is important. The team here, these members are from different teams. So they are from teambot 1 or teambot 2. I am going to invite them to this team. I'm going to do that. I'm going to invite. And then once they are invited, then I'm going to say done. After that, both of these members are added to this particular channel. To show you, I am actually showing you this process because this is one of the confusing aspects of bridging. So that's why I'm showing you what is happening here. Keep this in mind. So this is off topic. This is part of teambot, right? Let me open an incognito window right now. And here I'm going to log in again. I'm going to log in as the user insight. Once I log in to user insight, I will be showing you how this particular invite to off-topic channel shows up inside insight. Once you understand that, it will be much more beneficial to move to the next step, where we configure the configuration file and then work with the WhatsApp bridging, matter bridging. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to log in. So I'm going to log in to the user interface, and you will immediately see that there is first of all, there is lots of different channels or spaces here. So there is teambot and there is another teambot. So there are multiple teambots coming. So how will you know which teambot is a correct one? You need to look at the team member who has joined here. So at demo 2, this is the user that we used to invite these two people, right? This is the one that we need to refer. So another one way is you can test it. So testing the channel. So if I do the testing the channel, and if I go to the excuse me, sorry about that, I should actually select off topic. I should not be in town square. So initially I had done this in the town square. That is wrong. I need to select off topic because that is where I need to properly do the bridging. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to say testing message from Kamal. So once I do this testing message from Kamal, you can visit back to the demo user right now and you will see the testing message from Kamal has been received here. Now we know that okay, it should be insight. Basically it's not from Kamal. So let me go back, let me edit it. So I can come here and if I want I can edit it and I can say insight. In that sense, Mattermost is very forgiving. So I've done the edit and you can see that it is edited right now. The channel from the Mattermost side is done. Next, the group side also will be done. We'll be doing it right now. So let us go to the terminal. I'm going to show you a demo configuration file where you can actually see what exactly happens. Just a minute. Here we have the configuration file that I have created in the same folder as the matterbridge binary file has been created. So it is inside go inside bin. So go/bin, and there the number, WhatsApp number, you need to provide your number here. Following that, you need to create the session file. This can be any name. So the GOB is given because of the Go database. So that is the purpose of this particular file name ending, and QrOnWhiteTerminal. So my terminal is black, so I don't need this to be enabled as true. If your terminal is white, then enable this to true. So QrOnWhiteTerminal. So because the QR code has to be inverted. Anyway, you don't need to worry about this. Keep it as false. Most of the time the terminal is black. RemoteNickFormat I already explained, and then here this is where the Mattermost part of the configuration completes. And one more important thing, you might be thinking, how did I get all these comments? Where did I get this from? So this I got it from the this particular repository. If you go to this repository at the top, you can see that Just a minute, sorry about that. We have to go to the settings. So there is an option where we do the settings. Let me show it to you. Scroll down. Yeah, here if you go to the settings, yeah, or else you can go to matterbridge.toml.sample. So this file, this particular link also has got the sample toml file which you can refer to. And if also in the description of this particular video, I'll be sharing this entire toml file also. You don't need to worry about that. I'll be sharing this toml content in the description itself. You can just copy it and use it in your configuration file. Moving forward, here is the Mattermost server and the team that we are part of, the login user demo2 and the password that you'll be using. And we have the nick format. It's pretty simple, right? You see this, but there are a couple of challenges when it comes to the GID of the group. I'll be telling you how to circumvent this in a couple of minutes. Next, we have the channel that you are selecting, that is off topic. This is all is done. Here I am executing this command /matterbridge. This is the executable inside Linux, so I have to use this format. I'm using this debug flag so that I can see the messages that the bridge is emanating, and by that we can actually debug the bridge if there's any problem. And then comes the configuration flag, after which I need to provide the demo conf.toml file. I showed you the file a couple of minutes back. That is the same file that I'm using here, and I'm going to press enter. One of the points I wanted to additionally add is that when you are going to first start the bridge using the configuration file, you will not be knowing the group ID of the WhatsApp group that you are going to bridge with. At that time, you just give us hash and give the complete group ID name like this, and you can actually give an @ g.us, and you can use that process and then start the bridging process. So let me do this, and if in case the executable is not working, then you can use the chmod command. I'm going to use a debug flag, and here if you use this, it will help you to debug if there is any problem. And I'm going to use the demo conf.toml file, and before that, let me recheck the file. I have rechecked the file right now, and I'm going to execute this matterbridge debug. Before executing the configuration file, it's better to check these things, so if there is any problem you can resolve it immediately. So once you see this kind of a QR code, you can zoom back out, and then you can initiate the login process. In the beginning of the login process, you will see that from this login process you will be able to get the GID. So this GID we will again use it in the file, use it in the configuration file. So I'm going to log in right now using the WhatsApp account, and you can see that it has been successfully authenticated. This area you can see that, and it is also showing me the various groups that I belong to. And finally it is telling that in this location you can see that it is telling that use the group's JID from the list above instead of the name @matter_demo. Here I have hidden the various group names that I am part of. In your case, you will see the GID along with the group name that you have created. Now I am going to modify the GID, and I am going to start the bridge again. Before you modify the GID and start the bridge, it's better to remove the session file, so that will avoid any kinds of conflict. So remove this file and then edit the configuration file. Now I have already edited it. I'm going to restart the registration process. So I'm going to before you restart the registration process, it is better that in your WhatsApp you can remove the if it is already logged in, you can remove the login session in that, and you can execute this. Again, you will see that it is creating the QR code. You can select the QR code here, and once the login process is complete, now this time you'll see that it is uploading the couple of information related to the pre-keys to the server. So let me go to the team right now, and here you must be able to see the bridging. So let me start the process. So we can see that from Mattermost, the user insight, this is from Mattermost message has reached here. And now if I am going to send the user from the third party, you will see that we can see that the message from the user has been received in the WhatsApp. And if you go to the off topic, you will see that the message from the user has been reflected in this particular channel. This is how the bridging works. Let's go back to the discussion. So we have seen in this discussion how to work with the bridging process. We also saw the entire steps that is required. We saw the concept of bridging, how it is getting done, and the prerequisites. The most important aspect of this bridging between WhatsApp and Mattermost is that you have to test it out by yourself. Only when you do that, you will be able to understand the challenges and also work with the configuration files and make mistakes, because a lot of times you make some small silly mistakes because of which the configuration or the bridge will not come up. Once you review the steps that you have gone through, the reason why I created these steps is that even when I created these steps, I had missed this particular word here, hyphen tags and WhatsApp multi. As you saw in this same discussion, this kinds of error can happen from your side also. Even if you have done it hundreds of times, the same kind of mistakes can happen. So most important point is give importance to the details, and always keep the end goal in the mind, that okay, the output is going to look like this, where the bridging happens between 3 different users or any number of different users in WhatsApp, and all the messages from the users are going to funnel through the WhatsApp number to this side, that is the Mattermost server. And same way, from Mattermost server, all the user messages are going to funnel through this particular user to the WhatsApp group. I believe that this video has been helpful, so do leave a like and comment if you have any questions. Till the next video, stay tuned and have a great time, guys. Practice, 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 practice. See you.